Heyo. Heyo. I'm Kevin and I play by New Isaac. Eat and run it is. It's a Sunday. It's God's day. It is God's day indeed. Let's go. Okay. Tier is abysmal. My god. Dude, I haven't had a start like this in a long time. It's been a while. Happy to have a good start. It is the day after Valentine's Day. So I hope that everyone had a good Valentine's Day, except if you're single. I still hope that you had a fine way to spend a day that's dedicated to love. It's a weird holiday, isn't it? It's not a... Imagine if it was a statutory holiday where you have to have... Where it's like... You get time off or something like that. It's like the same thing as like Remembrance Day. Because, you know, for young people, they don't understand the concept of Remembrance Day. And they all care... The only thing that they care about is that they get another day off to... maybe they don't get a day off, but they get a day to just like not do much work. Maybe they go to an assembly where they don't have to go to one of their block is, instead of math class, it's now where you go to a gymnasium and they get the local veteran coming in and talk to them about what it means to be in a peaceful country that the veterans died for. It's the same thing for Valentine's Day. If it was like a more of a holiday, I think, I don't know, it's a thought exercise, isn't it? I wasn't gonna talk about this though, but I think there's something to discuss about what happened to me on Valentine's Day. Again, I wasn't gonna talk about it because it's a little bit more personal, but one of the reasons why I make this is because it's for me to keep a diary of what happens in my day-to-day life, and I think some of it's interesting is all. So what happened was I got Jacqueline a really nice umbrella. It's called Davik, Davek umbrella. It's like, I think it's made in New York or whatever. Maybe it's the headquarters is in New York, but regardless, it's a very sturdy umbrella. I bought one for myself because I wanted just a good umbrella that I could use in Vancouver or otherwise. It's just a good umbrella that's not gonna break, that you're gonna try to not lose, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get her umbrella. That was my gift for her, for someone that's living far away and we can't do in-person things together. So shipping gifts over is kind of one of the next best things. So I sent her the umbrella, again, well in advance because I didn't know how the shipping time was gonna look like. So I did that well in advance. But on the Valentine's Day, she basically shipped me... No. I didn't know what she was gonna get me. She was like, hey, by the way, expect a shipment. Expect a guy to come to your house at 2 p.m. I was like, okay, I'll be home anyways. Great. And then a guy arrives and it's like an Uber Eats kind of delivery type of deal where a guy kind of pulls up. I wish I could use this eraser. Where a guy pulls up and he drops off something for me. And then it turns the guy gives me like a box of like groceries and roses. And I'm like, and like a bouquet of roses. And here was my thought process. I was thinking, fuck. I was thinking, oh, I didn't think that Jacqueline would get me roses. But it's a rose on Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna... Because I thought that she knew how I felt about flowers. It's nice to get flowers, but a whole bouquet for... I didn't know how to feel. Like, one singular rose, sure. But like a Costco-sized, like, bouquet of like 16 roses, I'm like, oh, this is a rather grand gesture. And I'm not allowed to say, I would have rather preferred something instead. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a guy thinks, but you can't really ever say that. So I was thinking, wish that... I guess Jacqueline doesn't know me as well as I thought she did. So I kind of accepted it, and I put it in... Again, I don't know what to do with roses, so I just kind of ripped it open. Like, I got it out of the bouquet, and then I put it into a jar of water. Because I didn't know. I didn't want it to go bad or wilt or whatever. And now back to the rest of the shipment of groceries. It's like the most random stuff. It's like romaine lettuce. Again, these are all Costco size. Romaine lettuce, a creamy peanut butter. There was a bag of avocados. There was guacamole. There was bananas and like strawberries. Okay. It might be a little bit random, but contextually, it kind of made sense because the night before, we did kind of a pantry check. Because she was asking me, oh, what does your pantry look like? What do you have in the fridge? So we went over that. So when a guy brings me groceries, I'm like, oh, I guess Jacqueline saw the groceries that I have and wanted me to get extra groceries. None of it which I really asked for, but maybe there was a bit of like misunderstanding. Maybe she wants me to get the creamy peanut butter so that when she comes here and when she comes over to Montreal the next month, that she wants to eat the creamy peanut butter. She wants I don't know, she wants me to eat romaine lettuce. She wants extra avocados in the fridge, and it contextually kind of made sense. So I didn't really question it. So I was like, okay, thank you for the delivery. Have a good day. So the guy gives me all the stuff, and then he leaves. And then I give Jacqueline a call. Or I don't know. No, I think she called me. She was like, hey, what did you get for the delivery? And I was like, oh, I got everything that you got for me. I got the peanut butter. I got the roses. I got the banana, I got the avocados. And she was like, what? That's not what I ordered. And I was like, okay. There was no way of knowing. I'm not blaming anything because mistakes happen. But there was that like feeling of being scammed right under your nose. And no one wants to be scammed right under their noses, and I get it. But the guy that was delivering, he was really nice, so I didn't feel like it felt like a genuine mistake from what I could see. But again, I've been scammed, I've been stolen from, but I still kind of believed in the good of the people. So she was trying to call, like, get Uber support to say, hey, this isn't not what I ordered and whatnot. And it turns out that she got me a new pair of AirPods after I lost my last one. So it kind of comes full circle with the AirPods thing. It's kind of like a long 1 month loop of a story series with the AirPods, but I finally got the AirPods. The delivery guy basically came back, and then he was like, oh, sorry, it was a wrong delivery. And that's when I find out that she was supposed to get me AirPods. And AirPods, like stuff like that, they're like labeled as high value item. So those items are tracked rather closely. And if someone is like thought to have stolen a high value item, that's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. So I couldn't imagine a delivery man really risking their source of income just to have like a $300 AirPod. But that was just kind of how it happened. I thought it was amusing. It was a little panicky, a little anxiety inducing at times, but I thought it was interesting enough to at least kind of document it through the vocal journal. What do you mean? What do you mean you got cucumbers and avocados and random grocery items? That's not. And then I was over on the phone. I was trying to be polite. I was like, "Oh, the roses. Thank you for the roses. It's Valentine's Day. It's very thematic. I can appreciate it. I don't know what the heck to do with it. I don't know. Okay, I said I put the roses in a jar. I didn't put it in a jar. I put it in a water kettle, like a boiling kettle. I didn't have any container to put the roses in. That's like when I say I don't know what to do with the roses, I put it in a kettle that I wasn't using, like an electrical kettle. So that's what I mean. I was like, thank you. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know why you got me creamy peanut butter. I already have like 3 jars of peanut butter that I cannot finish for the life of me. And here's like another jar that's bigger than any of the peanut butters that I have. And it's like not the ones that I particularly like. But I can't say, I wish you got me something else instead. That's not the right manners to have, in my opinion. You can put it in certain ways where it's like, where you can still be honest about it. But again, contextually, she spent the time and the money to pick out all these groceries after we went through all the stuff in my fridge and my pantry. I'm not gonna say I wish you got me other things instead. It's too late for me to cry, right? It's too late for me to complain. So I'm not going to complain. I'm gonna say thanks, and I'm at a different time, a few weeks down the road, I'm gonna try to hint at, oh, I don't typically know what to do with flowers. That is like the best way to tackle gifts that you don't like. Because for me, I have a hard time pretending to like gifts. And that's kind of the reason why I don't like some surprises unless it's been like kind of pre-discussed. I don't like surprises because I'm very picky with the things that I like and the things that I want for myself. So when someone's like, oh, you're gonna get something at this time, I'm like, oh gosh, I hope it's something that I don't have to pretend to like. And in this case, it kind of was, but I'm not gonna throw a fit. It's not the right time. It's not the right place. It's already been delivered. It was a bit of a conundrum for me for like a split like 10 minutes. I thought it was amusing though when I actually got the AirPods as I was supposed to. Because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to tell Jacqueline that I appreciate the flowers. Do I like flowers? Not in my own home. Not certainly not a whole bouquet of it. That's sitting in my electrical kettle now because I have nowhere else to put them. It's kind of funny. And when I finally got the knock from the delivery guy, hey, we delivered the wrong stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know. And the thing is, I didn't know because Jacqueline didn't tell me. So it was like a perfect storm. That's what I describe as like is actually a perfect storm where I didn't know what was being delivered, and having random groceries delivered kind of made sense. And I probably, if Jacqueline never mentioned it, I probably wouldn't have brought it up. I would have probably, for example, if she was like, "Oh, did you like what I got you?" I would say, "Yeah, thanks for all the stuff," or like, "Thanks for what you got for me," and maybe it would have been kind of left it there, and maybe almost for like a week or whatever, I wouldn't have noticed that she was supposed to get me a $300 piece of electronic. I'm glad that it was sorted out, because again, if it wasn't, then the guy, I don't know, got a strike or a ban from Uber or delivering, that would look really, really bad for him. Also, at a certain point, there is a criminal charge involved, but honestly, there's no, it's not worth it. Worth like losing your job over stealing something that you might need to also pay back. It's so not worth stealing, so I wasn't really too worried. But it was a bit of a perfect storm. And it doesn't mean that I'm like oblivious to, I'm gonna bomb myself here. It doesn't mean that I'm oblivious to thieves. It's because I know that like I've been stolen from. Dude, we'll get to the bikes that have been stolen from me in a bit. And I don't like thieves. But this guy didn't seem like a thief. When he was handing me the roses, he was like, "Happy Valentine's." Like he was smiling at me. It felt genuine. If he really was like out to get me, I would have been very... I would say that that guy deserves an Oscars. With how genuine he looked while he was handing me the bouquet of roses and jokingly saying Happy Valentine's as if the flowers themselves were coming from him. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now that that's covered, so bike thieves. I have had my bike stolen a few times. 2 or 3 times. The 2 I remember, the third one I think maybe it's just 2. But 2 for sure. The first bike that I got that I can recall was is this worth it? Damage, fire rate, multiplier. Is this worth it? I don't think this is worth it. Actually, whatever. Let's take it. This was not worth it. This is gonna kill me. I had an electrical like hybrid bike stolen from me. It was one that my dad built through, I forget what it was. My dad like got a bike and got like a electric bike making kit. So it's essentially like a box of parts that you can add to an existing bike, like a battery, like a motor, and that would basically turn a bike into a hybrid bike. I think that's what it was. And I was using it to basically get to a train station when I was working in Vancouver. I had to bike and I had to SkyTrain. Not ideal. Sure, sensor. So I had to bike and then I had to tie the bike to the train stop, the Sky train station, and then I had to take the train. Oh god. And the thing is, when I was in Vancouver, I was working 12-hour shifts, which also meant that my bike was left at the train station for 12 hours at a time. Looking back, I should have known better, but also I kind of trusted the humanity a little bit more. But that's all changed now. Like, now I like trust just about I'm more careful of the things that can be stolen. And I am certainly... At this time in my life, I am no longer trusting strangers to not steal my bike. So I left my bike at the train station. And then I went to work, and I came back after a long shift. Where's my bike? Where's my bike, bro? Oh my god. And I just saw like the chain lock, like the chain and the lock that I left, that was tying my bike together. I honestly thought that there were security cameras too. Sky trains tend to be a little bit more secure because of it's kind of a busier transit system, and there's a lot of security personnel. And I honestly thought that there would be cameras, staff, other strangers that are looking out for other citizens to protect my bike. But no, when I came back from work and I wanted to get home and I couldn't. Dude, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, whenever I find whoever stole from me, I'm gonna kill them. And honestly, I would still have the same response. Something about having things stolen from you like that, it's so rage-inducing. And I cannot stand it. Oh, even thinking about it is kind of making my blood boil. There's actually like only a few things that makes me truly upset, and being stolen from is one of them. I know that I've talked about getting upset at random things, like a girl watching Hotel Transylvania, but this is like the real shit, dude. This is what is actually getting on my nerves. Not random stuff, but this is the real shit. And the second time that I had my bike stolen was in Montreal. I think I was getting groceries or something, or maybe I was going to work. I was thinking, okay, this station is a particularly busy station. I'm gonna tie my... This is a regular bike. This was an e-bike. Oh, and the one that I lost, the hybrid e-bike that I lost in Vancouver, that was like $1,000 bike. And I did like file a whole police thing, but they can't track that stuff, man. So now, I got my hybrid bike stolen, and then my anger subsided eventually over the course of 2 years, and then I started trusting the humanity again. Fatal mistake, because when I was in Montreal, I tied it's a cheaper bike. It's like $100 bike. It was Jacqueline's bike that we got in Montreal, so that she can use it when she comes to visit. So I was taking it to the station, and then I was like, I'm gonna tie my bike to the station, to the train station, and I'm gonna go take the train, and I'm gonna come back from work or grocery shopping or whatever. And when I come back, the bike isn't there. And fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm gonna burn down the city. And I'm no longer trusting anyone. So as I get older, as I encounter more life experiences, the more that I realize that man, people kind of suck. Sure, you can blame me. You could say, "Oh, Kevin, you shouldn't have left a tantalizing bike for the homeless people to just take." I'm like, oh. But then, am I really the one to blame? Sure, you could say that I should have known better, but does that mean that I deserved it? I had, you know, I had a bit of a sparkle in my eye back then, before I got my bike stolen twice. And I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna trust anyone with anything. I'm not gonna give homeless people money. People, don't get me started again about the homeless people that I saw during the last week that were asking for money. They look so entitled to the money that they didn't work for, instead of accessing the services that I pay for with my tax money. But I don't want to get into that argument again. I just want the stuff that is rightfully mine to stay as rightfully mine, even though it sits in public view for a few hours, you know? I just want to be not stolen from. Is that too much to ask? Does this work for you guys? Okay. Little Gerties. Little Gerties. No, that doesn't work for us. Oh my god, what happened? Oh, Beelzebub. Go, my minions. Go. I guess I trust my AirPod to be not stolen by someone that works in a delivery field. But I don't trust homeless people to keep my bike safe. And that is speaking from experience. I've never had a delivery person steal things from me. But I've had 2 occurrences of and I also say homeless people, even though I didn't see the thief, because, dude, there are people that can't afford, I don't know, a stable source of food, but yet they have like 3 bikes. And I'm like, where'd you get those bikes, homie? What do you have 3 bikes tied to a tree, brother? Where'd you get those? Huh? Wanna tell me? I know for a fact that those cigarettes didn't pay for themselves. Where'd you get those bikes, brother? There's heavy implication that those bikes were acquired through legal means. I could be wrong. Maybe there's like, they have good networks of bike dealers, and maybe I just don't know the right bike dealers. I mean, also that raised the question of where did those bike dealers get such cheap bikes that people that live in tents can afford? Where'd you get those bikes, brother? Where are my bikes? I bet you know where my bikes are. Oh, and after that, after I got my bike stolen, I spent like a week just looking through Facebook Marketplace to see if my bike was on sale, because if I saw my hybrid $1,000 bike on Facebook Marketplace, I would say, hey, is this available? I'm very interested in meeting you as soon as possible. I'll give you double the money. I'd meet with them, and I would I would say, hey, can I take the bike for a ride? I don't get on the bike, I'd speed off. I'm so angry now. Oh. So I have a nice bike now. I have like a gravel bike. It's like almost like a road bike. It's super light. It's like carbon fiber, whatever. And I have a bike lock too. And I never will put that bike where it can be stolen. And I've learned that the hard way. So that bike, my lovely I don't know what kind of bike it is. My lovely gravel bike, it will stay safe for as long as I live. But that's how you be the Bino Isaac. Thanks for watching.